In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can create your very own brand board in under 30 minutes using Canva and Pinterest. Hey guys, my name is Natalie and welcome back to Yogi Boss. Now in today's video, I am going to show you how you can create your very own brand board. Now a brand board usually includes different variations of your logo. You're also going to want to include your different brand colors, your typography or fonts, any imagery or graphics that you want to use, as well as different types of patterns. Now we are going to be using Canva and Pinterest today as we create our brand boards, and you are going to want to create a Canva or a Pinterest account if you don't already have one, and if you do, we are going to want to start by logging in. Now as you can see over here, I've just created 3 different brand boards to give you an idea of what it is that we are looking to create, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you how I created this brand board over on this side. So step number 1 is we're going to want to go into our Pinterest account and we are going to want to look for some inspiration or some idea. So once you are in your Pinterest account, we are going to start off by creating a board. And I'm going to set this board to be private so that no one else can view it. But I'm going to go over here, click on the plus sign, click on board. I'm going to go ahead and call this brand board Lumacore. I'm going to click on this so that I can keep it a secret and no one else can view it, just me for now. And then I'm going to go ahead and create. Now, I already know some things that I want to create for this brand. I want to use green and brown earthy colors. I want it to be very fresh. So what we're going to do next is we're going to go into our home feed and we're going to search for some inspiration from here. Once you're in your home, click on search, and I'm just going to search green aesthetics. And if any images pop out to you, you're going to want to save this to your brand board. I'm going to go down and scroll and find the board I just created, and then I'm going to save it to that board. I really love that. I love these different colors over here. So I'm going to save it to my brand board for that. And then you can just go ahead and you can search different images, different textures. So I really like this pattern as well. I'm going to go ahead and save that to my brand board. And I think you get the picture. So just go ahead and search for as long as you like until you find enough inspiration. So that's getting the inspiration for our colors and for the feel of our brand, maybe some patterns that we want to include. Next, we're going to look for some logos if you don't yet have a logo. So this is going to be a wellness brand. And I'm just going to type in wellness brand logo just to get some ideas. So whether you're creating your logo on your own or maybe you have a graphic designer creating a logo for you, when you are searching through these different types of logos, you can look at the different inspiration and say, look, I really love this style or I don't like this style, just to give them an idea of what you are looking for. Now, some things you should keep in mind when creating a logo: less is more. I have made this mistake in the past where I've wanted all these intricate details in my logos, but when you are creating a logo, less really is more. Let's say in the future you want to create merchandise and tote bags, or you just want to go ahead and print these logos on different pieces of articles. The more simplistic your logo is, the more beautiful it will translate on almost any item. Okay, so once we have created our brand board, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open up my actual board. Now I have got only a few ideas over here, and this is just for the purpose of showing you what we are doing. Once you have gone through all of your different images, you can then go ahead and pick out the ones that really stand out to you, and then go ahead and save them to a file on your desktop so that you can use them later. Now what we're going to do next is we're going to use the inspiration from the pictures we just found onto our actual branding board. And then you can go ahead and you can give this to your graphic designer when they're doing your website, and they'll be able to stay more in line with the vision that you have. So the first thing we're going to start off with is our logo. Now I already have a logo designed for this particular brand, but if you don't have a logo, we're going to use the ones that we found on Pinterest, and we're just going to use it as an inspiration. Or alternatively, if you have your own logo already, we can just click on it, open it, and upload it to our Canva account. Once you've uploaded it, you're just going to click on it and then move it up to where your logo should be, and you can go ahead and you can resize it and place it over there. So we've got our logo. Next, we are going to go ahead and we're going to put in our brand colors. Now, if you know the color code for your particular brand, you can just go ahead and you can put them in yourself. But if you don't, you can do one of 2 things. First option is you can go to Google and you can do a simple search and say color code for mint green. That's the one of the colors I want to use, and you can go ahead and see which color kind of matches or is the color that you want to copy or emulate. I can then go ahead and copy that color code into Canva. So the way we're going to go ahead and change this is we're going to click on the circle, and then over here on the top left hand corner you can change the color. So we can go ahead and put in that new color code that we found and select it, and it will automatically change it for you. So that's the first way of searching a color. The next way is to search it from an image. Now, if you have an image that you really like and you really want to use that particular color, you can go to a site. You can go to the below site, html-color-codes-info. And once you are on that site, we are going to click on colors from image. You can then upload a file of a particular image. So let me just find a random picture for you. Let's say I want this one of these colors. And if I open that up, I can then go over the actual picture. And let's say I love this particular kind of goldish color. You can select it and it will show you the color itself, and it will also give you the color code. You can then go ahead and select the color code, go back into Canva, click on your block, select it on the top and change the color code over there. Once you've selected it, you can highlight it and change it. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to complete the top section for our color codes, remembering that at the bottom over here, we want to make sure that we put the color code in itself, or else we're going to keep going back and forth. So we're going to match this color code with the actual code of it itself. Then the next step is we're going to put in a couple of pictures where we are drawing inspiration from. So I found these 4 images that I really love, and all we're going to do is we are going to upload the images that we like or that we see that bring us inspiration for our brand, and we are just going to drag it and drop it into these different sections over here. Then I've also included a section over here at the bottom where you can go ahead and you can see what your Instagram feed or your social media feed would look like when you are posting different pictures and how your brand would show up online. So generally when I am putting anything on Instagram or social media, I like to alternate. So I wouldn't do people, 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 or thing, thing, thing. I like to do people, quote, people, and then I alternate them. But I really love how the colors are all meshed together, and it shows me exactly what it is that we are trying to create on social media. So we've got our logo, or an idea of what we would like our logo to look and feel like. We've got our brand colors. We understand the different textures that we want to use or the inspiration, as well as how it's going to look online. Next, we're going to look at our fonts or typography. What you would do to change your font over here is you would click on it. If you know there's a particular font you like, you can just select it from the list. Now the Canva free account does have a very limited use of fonts for you, but there is enough to get by, especially when you are just starting. And the way to determine what is free and what is paid for, the ones that have the crown over here is with a pro version, or you would have to pay for the actual font itself. So I really like these fonts over here. I like this one, Montserrat. I'll go ahead and select all of that, and then I will go ahead and change my font. Now I already know the type of font that I want to use for this, so I'm just going to go and find it. Once you have found your font, you can change it over there, and then you can put your font name here on top as well. And you'll go ahead and you'll repeat the same pattern for 2 or 3 other fonts that you want to use in your brand, keeping in mind that you're going to want to have at least one fancy one, but not all of your fonts need to be fancy, or else it's going to look all over the place. And the other 2 you want to kind of keep as simplistic as possible. And then the last 2 steps is we are going to define what our company does, who we help, and how we help them. So at whatever your company's name is, we help whoever your ideal customer is by providing a particular type of product or service that solves a particular problem. Okay, so a simple example that I put over here for this particular brand is at Lumacore, we help working moms to get more healthier with shorter workouts so that they can feel great in their bodies. Now you do want to take some time out to figure out who it is you actually help and how you help them and what the results are that they will receive from your company. This will give you a clearly defined niche so that you know when you're moving forward what your brand actually stands for. Okay, then our last step is some tone words that will identify with our brand. So for this section, we want to put in some words that we want to associate with our brand. So I've already gone ahead and just put in fun and earthy, and you can go ahead and think of some other tone words that will relate to your brand. And then last but not least, just adjusting over here and putting in your website if you already have a website domain. And it's that simple. Once we've created our brand board, you can then go ahead and give this to your logo designer or your graphic designer, and they will then understand how you want to show up online. So when they're creating your website or when they're creating your logo, they know the colors you want to use, they know the typography you want to use, and how you desire your brand to look and feel. Now I will be leaving a free blank template for you to download and use for your own brand, and all you need to do is go ahead and follow the same steps that we went through and just insert them for your own brand. Now before I leave you, I just want to share with you our affirmation for today, and today's affirmation is, I am a magnet for success. I am a magnet for success. Now remember, we can put in all the work we want to into our brands, but we also need to develop that strong mindset, that belief in ourselves. If you found this video useful and informative, remember to leave a big thumbs up. If you're not yet part of Yogi Boss and you haven't subscribed, remember to click that subscribe button as well as click on the notification bell. That way, when we have another video coming out, you will be notified. Until next time, my name's Natalie and you are unstoppable.